Hey, are you interested in finding out what was going on in the market in November of 2020? Stay tuned. I'm going to go through a market update. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. We're going to talk about November real estate market in Cherokee County. So here's the deal. If you've been paying attention the last couple months, we've been saying the market is really hot. We weren't really quite sure how we were going to end the year. Now it's starting to get crystal clear. It is still a very active and a very what we refer to as a hot market right here in the north part of Atlanta area. Specifically, I pulled numbers for Cherokee County. Once again, Cobb County, Bartow, even Pickens County, Paulding County. Your numbers kind of trend the exact same way. So for all the number people out there, I'm going to kind of go through this real quick and then I'll talk a little bit about what all this means. So our home values in Cherokee County, the average home sale price was $337,000. The big aha out of this, that's an 18% increase over the last year. So comparing November of 2019 to November of this year. I had to run these numbers like 3 times to really see if that was accurate, and it is. That is an unbelievable increase in value that we've actually seen over the last 12 months. I'm going to talk about supply and demand, and we're going to talk about why that is. The only warning that I say is that is not sustainable. I would not anticipate that happening year over year over year. It is just not sustainable. But anyways, we've seen an 18% increase in value. Days on market. When you put the house on the market, you put a sign up front. How many days does it take before you have a contract? About 10 days. Typically, we say a healthy market is anywhere, really historically, about 90 to 180 days. So this is unbelievably low. This has been low for quite a few years here in the local area. But anyways, 10 days is like nothing. So that speaks to the fact that, we don't have a lot of inventory on the market. Housing supply, that's the other indicator we look at. Basically, how much supply, when you think about going back to your school days and econ, talking about supply and demand, how much supply is in the market? 1.3 months. That's, once again, extremely low. Typically, what we like to see is anywhere between 4 and 5 months worth of inventory. Historically, you can see that we don't have enough houses on the market for the number of buyers that we have out there. How many closings have we had in November? We had 434. That actually is about the exact same amount that we had in November of 2019. So not a lot of change there, but still very active market, similar to what we had last year. And then new listings on the market. Here's that supply number again, 391. That is down 13% compared to November of 2019. So what does all this stuff mean? It means that we don't have any inventory and we still have buyers out there. Listen, if you're even thinking about selling, there are a lot of reasons why you would want to sell right now in this market compared to waiting. I know with everything that's going on this year, we've had a lot of unknowns and it's been maybe a little bit scary. We totally understand that. We get that. However, if you want to move, if you want to capitalize on the market, now is the time to do it. A lot of the concerns that people have, because we don't have a lot of inventory, is, I don't have anywhere to go. What am I going to do? We have a lot of systems in place now. We've actually brought in some systems and tools to be able to help out with that. We actually are now have a service that actually buys your next home for you. You actually rent that from them until you actually sell your existing home, which we know is only going to be about 10 days, right? So we have those services in place. We're doing rent backs. We're doing all kinds of different creative ways that aren't super expensive, of course, but very creative ways to get you into a new home that's going to be more in line with what your lifestyle is, or the changes that have occurred in your life that is prompting you to want to move, and then at the same time being able to capitalize on this unbelievable market that we are actually in when you want to go ahead and sell your home. So if you've got any questions, want to talk a little bit further about how all this stuff comes together, reach out to us. We're here to help. Give us a thumbs up if you thought this was helpful. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hope everybody's having a great day and happy holidays.